This is the Violent Professional Podcast.
Hello, everybody. It's Whiskey Mike and American Mark, Violent Professional Podcast. We're back together again. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I feel like we're socially distancing on this couch.
Yeah, fuck that shit. It is weird because I haven't done a podcast in so long, and I don't even know if this is like going into the mic correctly.
We'll find out.
Because we've been hanging out since I got back here. But what have you been doing? Any new developments in your life, such as like a new house, a vehicle?
Mikasa. This is TASTEV headquarters, kind of. TASTEV Climb Team headquarters. I'm just kidding. This is my bonus room where we hang out. Podcast.
He's got so many rooms. He gets bonus shit.
Yeah,
I don't have any of the. I don't have any
one of
bonus
my
shit.
many bonus rooms. And
What is it called when they take away a room from you because your shit's a whack?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. It's like where other people live with you or something like that. You didn't invite them in.
This is a tenant you need to have in your home in order to live.
So I don't want to turn this into an interview thing. You know, it always feels weird when I like go like I don't podcast because I haven't podcasted, as people know. I haven't podcast in like I don't know, fucking 2 months, I think.
Well, it's been longer for me. So
yeah. Well, we did the Animal Royale shit.
That's true.
Yeah,
but that was like 4 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something like that.
We should do another one of those.
We should.
Well, what's been going on? You got a new Jeep, new house?
Man, I got a new Jeep. It's fucking badass. Sarge Green, Jeep truck, Gladiator. Don't hate. I'll kick your ass.
Do people usually hate on the
Some people
color?
do. Why'd you get a Jruck? Like, fuck off.
A Jruck?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
That's what people call it. I think it's badass. So much more versatile, you know. A lot of options to do with it. So I'm excited. I got to take it up to the snow with Daniel the other day.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It's fucking awesome. So we get up to Capitol, and we're driving through all this snow.
I was with him, so I know all this stuff, but continue on.
Basically knee-deep snow in some places. We're not driving through the actual knee-deep snow. There's ruts where people have driven through. But it's high enough that it's hitting the bottom of the Jeep, and mine's fairly lifted. So we get up a ways, maybe half a mile away from the pit. There's not a lot of people that know what that is, but it's 3/4 of the way up the mountain. So my Jeep ends up making it up to the pit, and we're able to turn around and start coming down the mountain. We get down and meet up with everybody else who's 1/4 mile down, and they're all stopped, and we're like, uh-oh. So we have radios. We're talking to them. What's going on? Tree had fallen after we'd come through, blocked off the whole damn roadway, and the only way around it is go down the side of an embankment where you're going to die. The other side is forest, and then back around, which would take you about 3 hours if there's no down trees on that side of the mountain. So luckily these Jeep dudes that were in front of us brought a chainsaw. So
I want to make a comment about Jeeps. I haven't just like up on the mountain when those guys were struggling. Like, yeah, they're flying past everybody, but like it just seems like almost like less capable than the Jruck.
Yeah, for sure.
It maybe has to do with the weight of it or something.
It's absolutely has to do with the weight. I mean, you notice that small Jeep that was in the front of everybody.
Yeah, had
his winch and he hooked up everything and tried pulling the tree, and he was just spinning tires. We had to daisy chain him to the Jeep behind him.
Yeah.
In order to get some weight.
What kind of? That was a Wrangler.
Yeah, it was an old school Wrangler.
Or like the Cherokee or something like that.
What did that dude have? The guy behind him had an old school Cherokee, but it was like he had an inline 6 and just decked out.
Yeah,
probably 2-ton axle.
What is an inline 6 for the idiots of the that don't understand you outdoors people?
Very powerful engine. One that puts out a lot of horsepower for that Jeep specifically, and it's not a lot of weight on it. So, I mean, he had to get heavy axles so his shit wouldn't fall apart when he has so much torque and stuff. Probably put $20,000 into that Jeep.
Yeah, we've talked about this. It's like the balance of buying a bunch of shit for a vehicle. Like his Cherokee, he put a shit ton of money into it, right? And like, what's the balance of like, I don't know, because I'm not like a car person, you know. Like I got a new truck, and I'm starting to put some money into it. Like just not like engine work or anything like that, but it's like. Some of the people that do that, I don't know what, because you were a car person, or you maybe still are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the I've known a few people that were just like, why don't you do this to it? When I had a rice burger, like a Evo.
Been there, done that, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I just like the card, so I bought it. And it's fast by itself, but then there's like people that spend thousands of dollars to give it like 5 more extra horsepower, and it's like, okay, I don't get that side of it. So like that dude with the Cherokee putting all that money into it looked cool, looked super cool. But I don't know, it's like,
well, what's the purpose?
Yeah, what's the
what else have you spent your money on?
Yeah, is this what you're spending your money on? And are you broke and you're not?
You can look at people
being smart?
and we all judge people, right? People are
yeah.
like, oh, don't judge a book by its cover, but that's what human nature is. We judge people. Looking at him, you could kind of tell he's the type of dude that lives on land he probably doesn't pay rent for, or lives in a trailer and spends all his money on his vehicle.
Yeah,
for sure. Just the personality he had, the persona he had, the people he was with.
Yeah, those.
You're like,
those
oh,
aren't. No,
redneck trailer park.
I was like, are those the same people that fucked us? And I was like, no, they actually helped. It's the other window.
They were super nice,
looking inbreds
cool dudes
that rolled up the hill.
Yeah, the inbreds that pass us, fucking assholes.
Little ass vehicles. We got a train of cars coming down. Oh shit. So I've been driving around in my truck and just watching people out here with the snow. It's like people can't fucking drive, man. It's so simple. Like
I get on the freeway, it's like midnight. I'm going to my job.
Yeah.
I'm fucking just coasting around people. They're going like 30 on the freeway.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
God damn it, dude. Ugh.
Yeah.
Speed up a little bit. I know people are nervous. There's snow on the road.
Yep.
But it's not fucking 3 feet deep, you know?
Yeah.
It's not ice. It's just snow.
I was looking at the weather, obviously, like going back to Arkansas. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not even going to risk going through Wyoming. I'm not even going to fucking risk it.
It's probably like 4 degrees over there.
Dude, and like I think it's I-84 that's completely closed. Like, and that's hundreds of miles.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And so like I was like, I'm camping out in my my truck tent now for the way over just to do it. And
your Trent?
My Trent.
Sleep in your Trent.
Yeah. Rooftop Trent. And so then I was like, okay, well, I'll go through Idaho, through Oregon, east, and I was like, I'll get chains or whatever, and I'll go east through Oregon and Idaho, and then go south through Moab, like I did when I came up here.
Same route?
Yeah, I'll just go the same route.
Gotcha.
And I was like, that'll be cool. I'll camp. I'll be like one of everybody out there that's got Trents, What do you call it? A Jruck and a Trent.
Jruck and a Trent, man.
But then even that is like, it's so fucked up. In some of those sections, there's road closures. I've got to go all the way through fucking California.
Yeah.
Like just straight south to the south.
And then pop over.
And then go east. Like it's like 2 turns. I-5 and then the one that goes.
Where would you turn in California?
I believe it's near San Francisco, just north of that.
Okay. At least it's not down by fucking Bakersfield.
No. Yeah, there's
go down to fucking LA.
Yeah.
Hook over. Oh man, that'd be terrible.
I've been looking at some pictures of San Francisco, and like it looks very.
Are people shitting on the sidewalk?
Oh well, it's like you want to have a good time. You go just Google San Francisco, and you'll see all the fucking tents and everything. And I was like, man, that's what's been happening in Washington for a while,
dude. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
Yeah, that fucking RV camp.
I drove by there 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah. Did they clean it up yet?
Fuck no, they didn't clean it up.
It
looks worse, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like they're like, oh, we got to kick these people out. Hey guys, they're gonna kick us out. Bring more. So,
yeah.
I mean, they all got iPhones and shit.
Yeah, Obama phones.
Obama iPhones. God damn it.
We've talked about homeless situation a few times on the podcast, but I don't know of a solution. I haven't heard a good solution.
There is no solution.
Yeah.
You know what the solution is? Ship them off to the next city, like Lacey and
like they're doing right now. Yeah.
Lacey and Tumwater will pick them up and be like, "Hey, where do you want to go?"
Yeah. That trail by my house, it's got all human shit all over the place.
That's terrible.
Yeah. I can tell because I taste it, and then I'm like, oh, that's not dog shit.
Nutty.
There's corn.
This guy was eating cashews.
They're fancy enough to eat cashews, and then
dude, they get the Obama phone. They get Obama snacks too, dude.
Obama snacks. Is he big on cashews?
Cashews and like raisins, just chowing. It's just a trail mix.
Yeah, yeah.
that they eat on the trail and shit on the trail.
Yeah. See, that's what I think we would both do is like if we were for whatever reason homeless, like go away from everybody.
Fucking far
Be
away.
self-sufficient.
Yeah. There's a difference between self-sufficient, like people that live in the woods. I don't know what you'd call them. Just what?
There's so many terms for them: vagabonds, hobos, homos.
But I'm not saying I'd look for work. I would just live off the land, you know?
Yeah.
Just a
homesteader.
Fucking homesteader. There you go. I'd be a homesteader as opposed to a homeless person, you know?
Yeah.
I would build my home as opposed to a homeless person who's just like, fuck, give me money, talk on a cell phone and do drugs. You know?
Give me money. That's what. How many people would get more donations to their nonprofit, like homeless?
If we just told people to give us
me money. I'm referring to like homeless people as a nonprofit because they.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start DMing people. Give me money.
Yeah. Here's my Venmo. Like
just send them the Venmo.
I mean, you got to show your butthole sometimes to get that kind of money. That brings up a good point. Not a very good point, but there's really no good points. This whole thing is like the Venmo wish list Amazon shit that chicks do.
Oh my god, dude.
And the guys that just give them fucking
it's
money.
like in their bio.
Yeah.
Not that I follow any of those people, but I've seen them before.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Link tree to my fucking wish list.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bitch.
I kind of feel like I do that with the podcast, though.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't have like
go to Patreon.
go to
Here's my wish
Patreon
list.
and I mean, you're not putting fucking
Butthole
shoes
pictures out there?
and sunglasses on that list or some lingerie. You know what I mean?
Oh
If you
yeah.
want to see Mike in lingerie, go to his link tree.
Yeah. That you got to pay for
Buy
that
him
shit.
some.
Yeah.
Fucking banana hammocks all day, Bo. Just boom.
Yeah. That fat bitch that I'm already getting
From
crazy.
from
Yeah,
the
the
gym.
one that I'm not gonna say names, but like there's someone here in this area that is like has fit in their name, and
If you're gonna
she
put
should be
fit in the
fat.
title, if you're gonna put fit in the title, at least spell it correctly to what's actual.
Yeah, but you
FAT.
can't. You also can't just. I mean, you can because it's free country, right? Or like whatever you can say
do
whatever, but
fuck you could call
if
yourself
you're
a woman.
if you're
even
fat,
you're
you
not a
should
woman.
put whatever your name fat, and it because you haven't made
We
progress.
have to put
in fucking
actual
years.
titles now.
Yeah, haven't made progress in years.
I'm like Mark Dad Bod.
Yeah. We could start that. We start a whole thing of pages. You know, dad bod, beer
Just
gut,
hashtag. Oh man,
beer gut Mike.
Beer... Oh
So I'm
man,
sitting over here like hiding myself.
I'm just out. I just don't care.
Yeah. Let's talk about this fucking. Do you have your phone accessible?
I do.
I'm gonna pull up this.
Pull that shit up.
I was talking. Yeah, pull it up, Jamie. I was talking about the cabin on the moon, the dark side of the moon.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even get the chance to look that up.
So Mark's gonna read as he does off of his cell phone, but there is China landed some shit up there. It's very scientific what I'm saying, but they landed some stuff up there, and now they're looking at the dark side of the moon because why wouldn't you? And they found a house on the survey. What appears to be a house.
It's funny because in the picture it just looks like a little thing that comes out. It's very small in the picture.
Yeah.
So-
what did we find?
China rover discovers mysterious cabin in quotations on far side of the moon. The Chinese moon rover U22. YU.
Gotta say it correctly.
2.
Oh,
YouTube.
Oh, that's Japanese, right?
Oh, shit. Has just,
Chinese rover.
I was just speaking Japanese.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I was just. It's weird how I sound exactly the same. I sounded exactly the same. I must speak Japanese as well. What did you say?
So, anata no denwa bango wa nanban desu ka?
What the fuck does that
means
mean?
What's your phone number?
Oh, that's
Don't
all.
ask me how
That's
I know
all you
that.
learned. I bet.
There's,
while you were over
there's
there.
a lot that I learned.
Yeah.
How to pick up chicks in Japan. Anyways, according to Chinese newspaper, the Global Times is a Chinese newspaper. Global. I get it. The country's U22 moon rover. That's literally what it's called. U22.
What is that?
It's like got Roman numerals and letters and the regular numbers.
Because why wouldn't you?
China. The moon rover has recently spotted a mysteriously cubed-shaped object on the lunar horizon. Photos it sent back to Earth show the object looks like a little hut and is located on the horizon of the dark side of the moon. Okay. It was spotted roughly 80 meters away during the mission's 36th lunar day. What's the difference between a lunar day and a normal day? Like the time difference, you know? I don't know why I'm asking you like you'd fucking know that question.
I am a scientist. I got my degree at University of Phoenix Online. But maybe after these courses I'm taking to be an astrophysicist.
You're going to fucking science the shit out of everything, I'm telling you.
So I signed up for online school at a local community college, and I picked astrophysicist. I can't even say it. Good luck. What did I say? I said when I told you I was taking.
Dude, just take astrology. Just cancel all your classes and take Japanese. You'll ace it. I told you I'm taking. Carry around my samurai sword. Yeah. I don't know if they'll let you in school. Yeah. But yeah, you're taking classes to become a scientist. I told you
astrology.
Did you say astrology or astronomy?
I meant astronomy. And so you were like sitting there and I was talking about it, you're like, wait, like fucking signs? Like the
like I'm a Cancer? You're fucking Libra,
hey dude, they offer
the
it.
Fuck you are?
They offer it. It also comes with hand washing 101, and I learned that too.
Nice.
No, I'm going to take astronomy, and I'm horrible at math, and they gave me calculus. I don't know how hard that is, but it seems pretty hard. It just seems like a big word for math. If you got into
calculus for your first math class, you're doing better than I was.
I don't know, man. I regret taking that ABE. One course. What's that?
I scored into math ABE. You know what that stands for?
Your
adult basic education.
I want to take those though. Like that's the thing is like I don't want to take.
You don't get credit for those classes.
Yeah, but
you have to take that class.
Paid to, like
that's true. Good point. Good point.
But yeah, people have been asking me like, what made you decide go back to school? Well, I like money and I get paid to do it. So there's that. I just didn't want to get put into fucking a math that's a really long word. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Maybe it's really easy. I don't know. I've never taken calculus.
Dude, I avoided calculus and I went probability and statistics. So that sounded like, oh, fuck. But it's not real math. It's probability. You just make shit up.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of
What's
like
the probability of these probabilities being made up?
I was taking this English class. Creative writing. So it's an English class, right? So it's something you put words on page. But I was taking when I was in the military. I was taking classes off and on because it was like I had a busy
fucking
schedule.
Nerd.
Yeah, fucking nerd. And I remember I was taking creative writing, and I realized that like she was giving the same grade regardless of whatever. So I was like,
were they A's?
Yeah, I'm fucking.
She
smart.
Totally wanted you.
No. I was C's get degrees,
she was
man.
50, dude.
I would have fucked her. So, I had a feeling she wasn't reading anything. So my last paper, I literally put the schnozberries taste, or I said, so in summation, the schnozberries taste like schnozberries, just to see if she would fucking say, because it made no sense. Like I started off strong in the beginning, and then I was just like, "Fuck this!"
You just went off on a fucking random tangent.
Regardless what I got on this paper,
sometimes my balls chafe.
They need the caress of a mouth to make them not chafe. But you have to deal with the chafing.
This is a graphic novel he's writing here.
But yeah, I put that in there, and she gave me a fucking C. So she must have read that.
You dumb bitch.
But I also should have not passed that assignment because I was just fucking off halfway through. So much. Anyway, what's up with this fucking cabin on the moon?
So I was actually looking up how long a solar day versus a lunar day is, like lunar cycle stuff. A lunar day is 50 minutes longer. 50 fucking minutes. Why? Just call it a day. Is it lunar because you're on the moon? Like it's just why are days longer on the moon? You have 50 more minutes to do shit during the day on the moon.
Is a lunar day only on the moon?
Has to be.
These are questions I need answering, and I'll know after I get my my astrology class.
How long is 1 hour on the moon? What? How long is
I got a question. I saw that movie Interstellar.
So, it has stuff like people also ask on Google.
Yeah.
How long is 1 hour on the moon on Earth?
Is that real?
A day on the moon. This is the answer to it. A day on the moon is 27.32 Earth days, or 655.72 hours long. Wow. 1 day on the moon is 27 and a half days, basically, on Earth. Just how slow it rotates. Does it rotate? Does the moon fucking rotate? I know it goes around the Earth.
It has to, because we look at this,
but
we're fucking retarded.
So
it has to,
there's a
because
dark
it's
side.
geo-locked, and
yes,
it
so
goes
it
dark.
Just rotates. Just rotates like that, right?
Neil Guy, the science guy. Dude.
Damn it! I need to brush up on my science. Sorry.
It has to rotate. Well, I don't know.
It doesn't rotate on an axis like the Earth does, though.
It stays in the same position.
Yeah, because you see the same side.
Okay.
And there's a dark side of the moon, and that's where they found this cabin. Like an old hermit. It's like, I finally got away from COVID.
Yeah.
And he's just building this little cabin on the fucking moon, and China's like, I'm gonna fucking infect you, and they're coming to find him.
Yeah, imagine he's like in there and he escaped the the dreaded HOAs of the Pacific Northwest, because he's so pissed off at the fucking people here, and he's just like, stop trying to see what I'm doing in my house. The thing with the HOAs, right? They would absolutely, if they could, make a rule that they get to look in people's houses just to see what the fuck
cameras.
you're doing. Yeah. So he
let
does
these drones in.
He somehow got to the fucking moon. We all thought that dude that smashed the rocket ship was. We all thought that he fucking.
Oh, he's
he
dead.
Crashed. Oh, he's dead. No, the second pod. He's up there now.
Genius.
Yeah, it's total genius. I mean, it would have to
here's
be.
the question.
How the fuck would you escape?
How big is this cabin?
I don't know. It seems 80 meters away.
You're
from
80
where
meters
it was
away,
like this big. What are they? What is this? A cabin for ants?
It's just an outhouse.
They said it's 80 meters away.
The man on the moon is just taking a shit, and their fucking drone is, or their rover is coming up to take a little peek-see.
So they said that cabin was 80 meters away
from that picture. 80
so
meters
it's
away.
tiny. It's a little rock, dude. It's like it's a tiny thing. I thought it was like this, like the size of this
like
room
a massive,
or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
God
a hut,
damn
right?
it, man. Nobody fact checks shit. I was just like, hey, Mark, we got to do
Somebody's
this
like,
podcast about this cabin.
80 meters away, and this thing looks
that's across your
really
fucking
fucking
cul-de-sac.
tiny. It's fucking small, dude.
Yeah,
it's like an electric
maybe it's
box.
like this big. It's probably a boulder.
Probably.
Best guess. But let's just say it's not, and it's like this. Like you go in there, and that's just the entry point. It's actually like hollow earth, you know. No, so there's a guy in there, and he's just like, he's up on the moon because he escaped fucking humanity. He's like the ultimate like hermit. He's just like, fuck this. Figured out a way to moisture farm. He's up there. He's like the ultimate.
Does
prepper.
he have a suit, or is he just free breathing out there?
He's he's got socks and those things that go to the socks and keep your fucking shit
Some
up.
apparatus that makes him breathe through his butthole.
Yeah, so he's just in there on his lazy boy. It's like the only thing he bought in his TV, and he's got a satellite dish he can watch. And all of a sudden he's like, you hear the solar winds, and it's just like, that's it. And all of a sudden
can you hear solar winds?
Sure.
I'm Googling it.
Sure. And then all of a sudden he hears, zzz. He's like, what is that? What the fuck is that? And so he hears this thing, and he goes to his door, and he's like, God damn it! God damn it! This thing's just driving up to him. Bzzz. It's bigger than the fucking house because he's a
Son
tiny
of a
man.
bitch.
I mean, he was 80 meters away.
Streams of plasma from the sun create chirping and whistling noises.
See?
The solar wind is a stream of charged particles released from the sun's upper atmosphere, known as the corona.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, this all came from that.
Yeah, we're hearing after some sound reconstruction. Oh, so you're making the shit up? You're changing it? We're hearing, and then
we
in
took ones and zeros
after
that we recorded
some sound
and
reconstruction. Yeah. Motions of the wind blowing off the sun's surface. The whooshing and whistling noises are waves in the hot electrically charged plasma that come off the sun's wispy outer layers.
Or it can't be.
They make it sound so docile, like the sun's not fucking 6 billion degrees.
Yeah.
They're wisping off the edge of the solar.
Who the fuck wrote that shit? What's their name?
Astronomy.com.
Oh, yeah. Reputable.
You'll probably be using that website quite often.
Man, I don't even know what's coming. Like, I don't even know what the fucking requirements are. Like, they put me in all these fucking things, and it's like, hey, smart guy, figure it out. Like, God damn it.
You're gonna
I don't know
need
what
some
I'm
books.
doing, man.
Buy some books. You're gonna have to go to the fucking bookstore on campus, purchase books, and then you're gonna be like, I don't need these fucking books.
Yeah,
But
I
you
use
have to have
astrology.com or astronomy.com.
Astrology.com.
It's like all these fucking horse people and centaurs. I don't understand how this makes any fucking sense.
Your first essay, you just fucking write about your feelings.
Yeah.
How the Jupiter's placement is affecting your fucking erection. I don't know.
I'm excited to go to this fucking class and figure out what's going on the dark side of the moon and shit like that, but I'm also not excited because it's school and it's fucking dumb.
Funny story. Same school, but I was in person classes.
Oh.
Long time ago.
Oh.
You know, kind of a big deal. I took this class called Earth, Time, and Space. Right? Scientist shit, right?
This is about time travel?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
So
I figured.
it's not. I'm sorry. So
Damn it.
I'm taking this course, and it's, you know, Earth, time, and space, how everything fucking works together or doesn't. You know, I'm taking this course, and we had this fucking test one day, and throughout this class, I'm fucking like 21 years old, right?
Right now?
I'm taking at the time.
Okay.
Sorry, right. It is time travel.
It all makes sense.
At the time I was in the class, I was like 21 years old. And, dude, I'd party at night, fucking go to school in the morning. I'm just been awake for 24 hours. And I'm sitting in the class. I have like my hood up over my fucking hat. And I just do this. And I'm just like falling asleep, bobbing my head a little bit. Open my eyes, do the look at the teacher. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just, trying to stay awake in class, taking some notes, but then I go home and read them. I'm like, what the fuck did I write? So we take this test, and teachers or professors handing them back, right? After, it was like the next day or something. And before she starts handing them back, she's like, I just want you guys to know the only person that scored 100% on this test was falling asleep in my class. And I was like, fuck. She knows I sleep in class. And I knew it was me because I was like, fuck, I sleep, right?
Yeah.
So she passes them out, and I'm like, I felt good about myself, but I felt really fucking bad too.
Yeah.
And I never fell asleep in that class again. But it goes to show you how fucking smart I was in that class. I still aced it.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep. Earth, time, and space, dude.
What do you even like talk about in that?
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's been about 15 years since I've been in that. 15 years.
15 years.
Fuck, man.
Time
That was
flies,
15 years
dude.
ago.
That's crazy.
I probably still have the notebook if you want the notes.
I don't think they talk
You're not
about
going to
that.
be able to read them.
Yeah. Imagine that's that give me that class as part of the
Well, dude, nowadays, like 15 years ago, when I was in college, you wrote in a fucking notebook.
Yeah.
You turned in paper. Now you're just doing online courses, and you have to type shit out.
Yeah.
You can't fucking draw stuff. If you do, it looks like, I don't know, you're on Microsoft Paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you cut and paste and move shit around. It was everything that I had to do was like with fucking graphite, pencil,
Graphite.
eraser.
It's amazing.
I had to use charcoal on a piece of wood.
Yeah. What else is happening in the fucking news? Let's go, Brandon.
Oh my god, that fucking idiot. Oh,
Well,
no.
so we talked about this, the Let's Go Brandon thing. I don't know if the dude sees social media or like he has
he
to.
doesn't.
He has
There's
to.
no fucking way.
He has to know something about it or whatever. But I don't. I think people give
Here's
them
what
too
I
much
think.
credit to say that he's looking at social media. He's not Trump.
The dude probably doesn't know how to use a smartphone. probably look. How do you make the call? How do you answer this? I'd FaceTiming his kids or something. He's just like, it shows half
He's
his
trying
face.
to like do the dial like the old rotary phones.
Rotary phone on his fucking cell.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's what I think about it. It's like they keep him in the dark so it doesn't affect him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't tell him about it. If you just keep his mind off of that, like, oh, he doesn't need to fucking know this. It's not gonna affect him at all. If you told him, hey, let's go Brandon means fuck you,
Yeah.
let's fuck Joe Biden. Then he'd be like, oh, hey, listen here, Chuck. You know,
You are
get all
the
mad.
push-ups in the parking lot.
Listen here, fat. Just he'd get angry about it.
Did Trump get anything? I can't remember because it's kind of like a blur, like the whole Trump presidency. Did he get anything like where somebody called him on the phone, or did
all
he
the
say,
time, dude?
They'd say stuff to him like
yeah, but
like,
it was never anything negative unless it wasn't shown by the media, you know. But I mean, as far as I know, there was nothing like somebody
you didn't
getting
have
a
a
call.
random caller calling in and saying
No, nothing where he was berated. You know, the closest he got was in those town halls where people would ask him a question about something and he would answer their question.
"You're a loser." Said that like
it was
an
never.
Irish version.
It was never. He was never like attacked. Like nobody.
Yeah,
ever
like to
called
his
him
face,
names.
but like
Yeah.
outside of that.
Oh,
that's why all
absolutely.
this is. I mean, we all called it. It's like they're gonna get like with the new president Biden, they're gonna say, "Oh, how dare you talk about him like that?" It's
Yeah.
like you're the same people that like
When they're saying
Kathy
fuck
Griffin
Trump.
cutting like a severed head.
Yeah,
off
and not
him.
that I'm standing up for Trump, but I mean, it's just
Yeah,
it's just so one-sided. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Hypocritical as fuck.
Yeah, I don't. I think that if you're gonna do the job, you should get smashed on all sides.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
I think it's fair game to
you
say.
take
Let's
that
go,
criticism. You just fucking run with it.
Fucking so sneaky too, just to like talk for a a bit and be like,
Oh, I hope
happy
you,
Christmas!
I
Oh,
hope you
let's go,
have a great
Brandon.
Christmas too. Oh yeah, and let's go, Brandon.
Yeah,
When everybody and now they're calling it a right-wing slur, just to use the phrase
Well,
"let's go, Brandon."
who gives a fuck? It is.
A slur, just
But
make it sound dirty.
I think more people are saying it because it's fucking funny.
Oh yeah, when we were driving up to Capitol Forest, somebody fucking wrote it in Christmas lights on the fence. Everybody sees that shit that drives out there. All those hicks in their fucking Jeeps.
Yeah, dude. It's Washington State's like, especially being back for the little bit I was like, from Arkansas, where it's just like people mind their fucking business. There's a overwhelmingly red. It's overwhelmingly red, but they're not like, they don't give a like the people don't give a fuck what you think about anything. Like, everybody stays out of each other's business with the exception of my goddamn neighbor, that fucking piece of shit.
There's
Apparently
always gonna be one.
Yeah. Apparently he's moved out though, so that's good.
Nice.
This dickhead. I left an HOA here. I have a house here, but I moved to Arkansas and
Dude, you come on vacation back here,
yeah.
and the dude is like, "Yes, he fucking left. I'm leaving."
Or he's
coming to
sitting
find
there
you.
like trying to peek in my windows now
Dude,
because
he's trying to find you. Is what it is.
he left. He's like, I must find him so I
I
can
have to
report
find
him to somebody. You know what's that neighborhood that I live in? It's a mix of like rental properties, all duplexes and shit, and then like regular houses, so it's all like mixed in. So where I live is a rental property, and it's managed by a rental property company or a property management place.
Yeah.
But then there's houses that are mixed in that are owned by people, like bigger houses. And there was 2 dogs that got out and almost fucking bit the fuck out of me, 2 pit bulls. And so this is the first time I've ever called on anybody because we like there was a whole bunch of people out when they
You fucking
went out.
Karen.
Yeah. What is the male version of that? Keith or Karen or what?
I don't know.
There's something I heard something.
Mike Wilhelm.
Yeah, Mike. So I was going to get my mail, and the fucking dogs charged at me across the street, and I went went at them because I was like, you have to
You have
intimidate
to
them.
assert dominance.
Stomp, so they think like just get scared, but they're like, "Fuck you, bitch!" and they're like circling me. I
There's
was
2
like,
of us.
Jesus Christ! And they could smell the fear, right? So then this lady rolls up with a fucking pepper spray gun, and then everybody pours out of the fucking neighborhood.
Was it like pepper balls or was it just like
It was
a spray?
it would look like a fucking Glock.
Because that would have been badass. She's like, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
It's fucking-
I wonder if you can get like, do they have pepper spray bullets that you can get for like a Glock
I'm
19?
I
that
don't
would
know.
be dope. You just pop,
Pretty
pop,
sure
pop,
you have to have like a special gun for it
Yeah,
that doesn't look like a fucking gun.
yeah. Maybe Alec Baldwin knows. Yeah, yeah, that's the first time I called, and they were like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do about it." It's like
Like,
you
what?
got 2
Why do I
fucking
get-
dogs that keep getting out and attacking people. Like,
That's I think that's like a nuisance pet thing, and you have to like call the police.
yeah,
But
they
the cops in Arkansas are probably like, shut the fuck up.
no, they
Just
had to
kick
call
the dog, man.
animal services.
Oh, animals.
Yeah, the cops refer them to animal services because they kept busting out of the same fence, and I just happened to be there when they came out one time. But yeah, this fucking like I leave from Washington where everybody doesn't mind their fucking business, and go there, and I'm like, yes, this is so nice. Like I actually like the people here. Like they're super nice. Like I'm actually outside of my house, like talking to people and stuff like that. Neighbors here wouldn't even fucking consider it.
Well, you can't own a possum here.
Exactly. And one of my neighbors owns a possum, and it's super rad. Climbs up on you. It's got
Mike,
human hands. I don't
Mike
fucking
sends
understand.
us videos and pictures hanging out with his neighbor. They're hammered drunk, and there's just possums on their shoulders. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
I was like, you guys got to get to Arkansas, man. This is fucking dope. They've got possums. You can buy cheetahs there, but I think that's...
You know what would be awesome is if the possum was wearing clothes and he had like a little tie.
Like some overalls?
Yeah, there you go.
Overalls,
fucking awesome.
tie, and a monocle? I would put him in a Bill Cosby sweater.
Classy. That'd be... Oh, yeah.
Phil Posby.
Did you ever like play with its tail?
It's one of the... So I found out a couple things about possums. You've probably always thought that they can hang from their tail. Have you ever thought about it?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
They can't. It grips and it's like really strong, but they can't hang from it. It's part of their spine, and that would bust their fucking whole thing. Yeah, that's a.
They got good claws, right? Little man hands.
Yeah,
man hands.
They have human hands, which is weird. But they like will walk up to you. The nice ones. There's ones that are just you can't tame, and they're just fucking assholes. But like it'll walk up to you and just climb on your lap, and then go in your shirt and shit. Like, they're also marsupials.
Naughty
they're the only North American marsupial. So they're related to the kangaroo.
Here's two facts about possums you probably didn't know.
I didn't, yeah.
I mean, you may have known. One, they can't get rabies.
That's true.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, oh, I'm afraid of these things because they're teeth and they got rabies.
Yeah,
no, they can't get rabies.
They're just scary looking.
Yeah. Two, they have two penises if they're a male.
Yep, seen that.
Oh, you saw them.
Yep.
You saw the doolies, huh?
And it was
That's creepy.
It was hard not to just play with it.
I
was like, but it's so gross. But there's so many of them. Just gotta get my goddamn hands on that thing. Yeah, they eat ticks.
They eat ticks. Nice.
They're tick destroyers.
Off themselves?
Off of whatever. Like you can put it on something.
Their little old man hands just going through it like a monkey. Just.
I don't know what they eat it off of, but they're like a good. They're like they balance the tick population somehow. I think they walk through the forest and eat
That's
ticks.
A lot of blood.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they get bit by ticks. They eat the ticks.
Nice.
Which is cool. So I don't know.
He smells like one of us.
Yeah.
Don't eat him.
Yeah, I got bit by a fucking deer tick down there. That
was painful, right?
I just got like
because deer ticks are different than fucking like wood ticks.
Yeah, so like the regular ticks, like I've never felt them. I just when you pull them out.
Oh yeah, you
like
notice
whatever.
You're like, oh shit, I have a tick.
But when I get bit by that, I'm getting like my skin's crawling right now because like I feel like how it hit because I can still like I still a little bit of pain right there, but I didn't get like Lyme disease as far as I know. But when it hit, it fucking like I was like, oh fuck, like it sent me back. Like I was just like that was fucking painful. I don't know why the fuck it would hurt like that. It's like the same size. It was like the same size as the other ones.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Man, you know what that Lyme disease? Like some people generate an intolerance to meat, so they basically become allergic to meat.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got to become a vegan and be gay. It's just
yeah. I mean, all because of a damn.
God
tick.
Damn it, tick! Now I'm gay. I eat vegetables.
That was your own decision, bro.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I eat nothing but
cucumbers
and cucumbers.
Only
the dick
I don't
shape
chew
ones. Them. I have to swallow them. It's really hard to eat an eggplant. I do it through my butthole.
Chew, you know?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah. You know who's doing a great job of COVID smashing right now is South Park.
Dude, yeah. I mean, they've always been counterculture.
Yeah, yeah.
And right now everybody's so fucking masked up that they're like, well, fuck that. Let's make something funny.
Yeah, they're like untouchable. I don't know why that's...
And they've always been that way.
Yeah. But the new episodes are pretty fucking awesome about COVID. They're like
I've seen
smashing
some of the,
everybody that
I've seen like clips, but I haven't seen any of the episodes.
Yeah. I've seen, I think 2 episodes. One was on the way back from Arkansas, and then one was a couple days ago.
Just cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So, I mean, this was great. Let's just get back on the mic.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
got
even if we had to hold them.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how that sounds. Remember the other mics I had where it's like you would the wind would blow or something like that, and it was like
Yeah.
cracking. You can't do anything. You'd move the microphone stand and it'd go. The springs would go ding.
You
ding.
touch the cord, and it's like.
Yeah.
What?
I had to. When we did the OLP stuff, it was like constant like telling them to move their head certain way. I had to wear the headphones.
Move closer. Move further.
Yeah. It was like you'd be too close, and it's like the microphone is popping and whatever. I want to do more episodes, obviously, but it's like life's been so fucking whack lately.
Yeah.
Life's been whack. I know you got stuff going on. Like, I'm obviously separated from everybody, but we'll see what the future holds here.
Oh, we're gonna do more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool, even if we have to do them from a distance.
Yeah, we'll do.
Get on that shit.
I'll try.
We can webcam.
Yeah. We could do an OnlyFans.
Dude, we'll link
Only
tree it.
pod.
We'll link tree that shit. We'll put some wish list stuff in there.
Yeah, dude.
You guys got to be on Patreon to see that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got my nip out.
Everybody's moving to Patreon, all the podcasts and stuff like that.
Are they?
Yeah, because they could charge for people to listen to it.
Yeah.
They're all trying to cash in on that Joe Rogan fucking deal that they're not getting paid.
We're going to be as big as Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Got to suck a lot of dick to get there.
Oh, man. But anyway, what else you got? You got anything interesting that's been happening? We haven't seen each other in fucking forever. 7
really.
months or so.
I mean, there's a lot of interesting shit that happens, but whenever you say, hey, you got any interesting shit? It just, it's gone. It's
we
fucking gone.
We gotta do like more of the like the LHOHQ style shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are like the
fucking
most
dive
popular.
deep and down to the rabbit hole.
Yeah, Bone Trade, all that shit.
Dude, we're gonna do that shit for sure.
I'm gonna leave you one of these mics when I take off, and then like you can just hook it up to your computer or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And I might not have the whole fucking setup here though. Whatever, we'll figure it out. You have a laptop?
Yeah, I put it over in that corner over there.
Okay, so I might leave you some of that if you want. I'll leave you some of
dude.
that stuff, and then we can have better quality audio than Zoom or whatever, like we did that time, and then it'll just go to the drive, and I can piecemeal that shit together. And I also want to do that improv shit I was telling you about.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'll play.
Start a story or something.
Yeah, I'll play. Well, we gotta have like a kind of a setup for it, like how we're starting it, like what's it about, and then over time you can do like you have other characters, and
it's kind of like how you were doing the Mars stuff with your buddies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the OLP.
It
took steps and evolved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that it's very similar to that, and like the difference is you're just instead of it going like, okay, what happens next? You're just like
you're in character,
playing off of each other's fucking words, and then later you add sound effects in, and it'd be cool. But
you know who you got to have on? Who's back in the States now? Cowboy Dan.
That's right. He's in Texas.
Yeah, got to hit up Cowboy Dan.
Dude, so I was talking to him quite a bit. For anybody that doesn't know, what is it? Cowboy Dan
Cowboy
Graham?
Dan Graham.
It's an awesome Aussie that wants to be a cowboy in Texas.
Right.
I don't know what he wants as a person, but I should find out. I was.
He's a Texan, dude.
Yeah,
he's a Texan.
He's American.
Straight Texan now.
I was talking to him about like, hey, you want to get on an episode, and it's always like, sure, yeah, I'd be interested because he listens to it, and
yeah.
But at the times, because of Australia, it's like the opposite. I'm like,
opposite.
dude, I'm not. I'd have to wake up at like 4 a.m. or some shit.
Well,
and
now
I was
he's
like,
in Texas. You could just take a drive over.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably in like a different part of
Texas.
Texas.
Is huge.
It's fucking huge.
And after this drive, dude, like I'm not gonna like. I just drove here. Like I'm driving back. Fuck my life, dude. And a longer route. I don't think I finished that. I got to drive through California, then straight across those 2 turns.
Yeah.
But it's like it fucking adds like 6 hours. Doesn't seem much, but it's like. Fuck, man, because it was like I gotta stop and shit, and damn it,
stop and shit,
and shit, all those things.
You don't want to hold it that whole time.
You drove to.
I've driven everywhere, man.
South Dakota.
I drove South Dakota straight.
Where's your grandma?
Times. South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Spearfish, South Dakota. Yeah.
And you did it straight without stopping other
18
than gas?
hours. Yep, 18 hours. I mean, I took a piss here, now and again. I didn't shit that whole time until I got there.
Yeah, part of me
It's
wants to
only
just
18 hours.
drive for 38 hours straight.
It's fucking difficult, man.
Yeah,
It's
eventually
fucking
get
difficult.
loopy as fuck. It's like staying up for that long.
I drove to South Dakota, up just straight, not straight, but I drove to South Dakota, drove around while I was there, and on the way back, I was like, I can't fucking do it anymore. Somebody else drive, fuck.
Yeah.
But you get to the point after 3,000 miles, you're like, this fucking sucks. I mean, it's 3,000 round trip. I mean, with all the places we go and see,
My trip's 2,500 miles.
Like the last one I did when I went from here down to Oregon, through California, Nevada, Las Vegas, went over to Utah, back up through Idaho, all that shit, through Washington. It was like 3,400 miles.
Your
Kristen
future
and
wife?
I, yeah. Yep. Long trek, man. But we saw some cool shit on that trip.
I said that in bad pattern. I was like, with your future wife, and I was like,
future wife.
No, I just I think about driving with people for a long period of time. It's eventually you get under each other's skin.
Not at all, dude.
No,
not at all.
good time.
We've been on a road trip before, and you, myself, and David.
Speak for yourself, buddy. I was very.
You motherfuckers.
I was sitting in the back.
That was a lot of fun.
Fuck. No,
that was
dude,
a lot of
it's
fun.
awesome. And I want to do that again in the future. Dude, I was thinking about Washington. There's stuff that I fucking hate about this place. Actually, I'll bring this up. I went to Taco Bell last night just to get out of the house for a little bit and
how's your
just
butthole?
Contemplate life. Yeah, it's great. I was expecting diarrhea. I'm pretty upset that nothing like that happened. So, yeah, I went there, got some fucking, got that goddamn chicken quesadilla. That's delicious, number 7. And I switched the hard taco out with a Doritos Locos taco. It's hard to say because you don't know where the S's go on that thing. Doritos Locos tacos. And I was sitting there, his dude rolled up, and he's like, I was like, God damn this fucking place. I hate the Pacific Northwest. And I think because of the influence of Arkansas, is I'll just go hey, what's up, guy? Hey, guy, how you doing, buddy? I'm nice to people down there, and here I'm just completely don't fucking.
You wearing your overalls while you're doing this?
Yeah, no, not last night. I should have wore them today, dude. It's perfect. So, for whatever reason, I just was for a second, I was fuck these people. And then I rolled my window down, and he was just hey, nice truck, man. I got one on order. It's,
thanks.
Yeah, cool, man. We sat there and talked
react?
for a while, and he was in the military also, and so we it was weird because I just was eating tacos, and this dude came up, commented on my truck, which happens a lot because nobody really has seen him before, and
what
nobody
the
has
fuck is that?
Yeah, that's whatever. So I got a Ford Maverick, which is something people. It's kind of like the Bronco deal where people order it, and then nobody's getting it. So it's people are that have them on order are just holy shit, do you love it? Is it awesome? And I'm yeah, it's cool, man. It's super dope. I got a 10 on the back. You want to get in there and fuck? There's total options.
I know we just met. But,
Yeah, the 10. You want to check it out, man? Come on in my car. And then I just drive off with them. You're
zip
fucking
it up
stuck
and
now,
fucking
bitch.
lock it.
Wrong car.
Close the tent.
Yeah. I'm
Zip the bitch up.
Now, slide your hips to the center. I'm just all right, is it comfortable? And then shut it down to strap it. And you're now you're mine, bitch. But yeah, so people are commenting on whatever, and this dude was in the military as well, and we were just talking, and he's I mentioned I was coming from Arkansas. I was yeah, I drove across the country from Arkansas, and it was it's an awesome ride. I had a great time. If I drove my little hatchback, I would have been fucking miserable.
Yeah,
and
then you got to sleep in it.
Yeah. I did drive it across, and then I drove the truck back, but super comfortable, and the weird part is the electric or whatever. But we were talking about the people in different places, and I don't know what this dude's political leaning is, and we didn't even get into it, but you can kind of gauge where people think about whatever.
Yeah.
And he's he's I love this. I love Washington State, and I'd love to move. He's I've never been to Arkansas, but I've been to every state around it. He goes, the one thing that I notice about this state compared to other states everywhere else is the people suck here.
Yeah.
And I was
fuck yeah,
right on, dude. And I felt an immediate connection with this person that was man, I think
and then you fucked in the tent.
Yeah, and then we fucked in the tent. And goddamn it, I gotta clean that thing out now. You ever get two dudes fucking in a tent? There's so much semen. But that's one of the things is people, and I think this is more people won't admit this, especially the Olympia lowlife faggots here.
Yeah.
I want to see a Tangle Wild lowlife sticker. which is like that's kind of redundant because if you put Tangle Wild, yeah, I was like, maybe there's a lot more people that don't admit that they fucking hate this place, not because it's not like a beautiful state and there's a lot of shit to do. Like I think about Lake Chelan when me and David went out there.
Yeah.
I've been out there a whole bunch, which I love that place. But it's like just the people are fucking so nosy and just up your ass all the fucking time.
Yeah.
What did you tell me about your fucking HOA here with the yard sale or something like that?
Oh yeah, one of the neighbors across the street, she was just talking. So basically we had lights changed out on the front of the house.
Yeah.
And
one of my neighbors approval for that.
One of my neighbors was like, "Yeah, just fucking do it, right?"
Yeah.
And Kristen went online and she was looking at the stuff and accidentally submitted some form to request lighting.
Kristen,
I was like, "You fucked up. You fucked up." So
after we get married, we're getting a divorce immediately. 3 years
right
later.
away. So we ended up filling out the paperwork and we had to get approval from neighbors because it's how the house looks.
Yeah,
it's visual. So we go to one neighbor. He's
what
like,
"What?"
He was like, "Why'd you fucking do that?" Right? He's like, "I just had concrete poured. I didn't ask for shit." So
that's such a.
He has the right mentality. We go across the street, and the lady's like, "Well, it's a guy named Willie and his wife." And Willie's like, "Oh yeah, it's cool." So he's an old Asian guy, Vietnamese or something. Signs the paper,
which has everything to do with the story. Continue.
You can just picture
racist
it, you know?
fuck.
He was super nice. His wife comes out and she just starts telling a story about how she hates HOAs, and it's because she wanted to have garage sales, and the limit at the time was like one garage sale a year.
Yeah.
And she had all this shit she wants to sell and sell all the time, so she requested to have another yard sale, and she kept fucking doing it, kept requesting. So now they have it at one per month because of this woman. So now every time she puts her stuff out, everybody else takes their shit out, and they're like, "Let's sell everything."
Dude, I don't I get the HOA, like the houses and communities, which for anybody that doesn't know which one is, I found out when I moved here to Washington State, so it's not all over the place. But if you've listened to this podcast, you know what an HOA is. They're just horrible, run by Karens all the time. But the fact that you have to ask for permission to do anything to your house from your fucking neighbors,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Is
the cool thing is, like, the neighbors around me, they don't give a shit. So I
don't think most people
ever since the
fucking
lights,
care.
We were like, yeah, we're not asking for anything. If we've done other things to the house visually, then we're just like, oh, it's fine.
Is there a law in Washington State that you know of that there has to be an HOA in places like this?
No.
So
because HOAs can be disbanded or disbarred.
Do they exist? Do they exist solely because people are too busy to go to the fucking meetings, and there's just a handful of people that are just like, I'm going to keep this thing going. We have to do it.
And it's always
we've always done it this way.
A bunch of retired people or people that are unemployed because their spouse works, and they're like, I need something to do. How about be nosy in other people's lives?
Yeah,
sounds great. So they get groups of people that walk down the street and with clipboards and mark shit off, or ours. They just drive by, similar to what yours was.
Yeah, except they try to run you over in my fucking gangster-ass neighborhood.
For mine, they drive by, but they're like not paying attention to shit. They'll drive and like go half-ass through this cul-de-sac and just fucking leave.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look at the houses that are back in the corner. You can't even see them. They just, we're just going to take a drive. Yep, okay, cool, looks good.
I don't think I talked about this on the podcast. I don't know, but I'll redo it if I have. I'm sorry, but I've been trying to find out who the fuck has been writing me up. Like, you know, I want to find out who the fucking HOA people are.
The one in Arkansas or here?
No, here.
Okay.
I don't get fines. They just tell you to whatever. You know, it's not really that big of a deal. It's just annoying for me. Like the stuff that I've been reporting on is, oh, your dog's been running around the neighborhood without a leash. Fucking impossible. Like, shut the fuck up. Maybe the 2 pit bulls that are out there. Anyway, so I think last year I was like, fuck these people. It's a new HOA, so I figured out who they all were. It's not so I could go firebomb their house or something like that. Yeah, it was like a few people. But I just
talking about the members, like the board members?
Yeah, the board members.
Okay.
I just want to know so that if I see them around, I can be outside because they're less likely to fucking write you up for, you've got a stick on your roof. I was like, I live under fucking enormous evergreens. There's going to be shit. I can't reach that. You mean to tell me I got to go up there every fucking day in a ladder and fucking look at my whole roof?
And then you can't cut down those branches because it's somebody else's property.
It's the college's property. Like, when the last year when the fucking storm came through and knocked over a goddamn evergreen, which those trees are super weak when it comes to snow.
Yeah. Bitch ass trees.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. They fall over like crazy. You go back in that woods and it's just like there's tons of trees just falling over because they
debris.
they can't hang with snow at all. But yeah, so and I had to wait on the fucking campus to come and clean off my fucking parking spot because there was a goddamn giant fucking evergreen there laying in it. Where was I going with that?
HOAs.
Oh yeah, okay. So I try to find out who the fuck they are because I'm less likely to get fucking written up for whatever the fuck it is. A branch in my fucking parking spot, whatever. And so like finally this car's been driving around and writing me up, and it's like usually they'll write me up for like you had a ladder outside your house and your garage door was
your
open.
barbecue's
like,
outside.
Yeah, like I was fucking using it. Idiots. I was right over top of it when you wrote me up. And so like
you're like waving.
Yeah,
just cooking your food.
She's like not looking at me. I'm looking at my clipboard. But anyway, long story short, I finally saw the vehicle that came up because I was like on my roof, like putting down the moss shit.
Yeah.
And I fucking like was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh," and backs up. So I get down off the fucking roof and chase this fucking car down.
Did you get down like you jumped off?
I broke
like a
dance.
fucking action hero.
No, I ran. I jumped through a window, not while it was open. This is how I got up there. Yeah, because you could get on the second floor. You get up, and I fucking like basically pushed my son out of the way. I was like, "Get out of the way!" And I like because I wanted to know who the fuck it was, so I can see them and look them in the face and say, "Stop fucking writing me up for dumb shit," or just see who they are, so I know when they're around that I can like. I just know.
Yeah.
So I ran after this fucking car who was also writing up somebody else, but they own, like, I found out, I think from David, that they have a board, like, in these HOAs that they write up, like, certain houses so they can keep going back so that they can keep finding. And there's no.
Just have your house circled, like, 3 times.
So, and I saw this vehicle when I was up there. It came right to the end, looked at me, wrote some shit, and then took off. So it's like they target specific houses. It's like, you do that with anybody, you're going to get. You know, in your new house, right? I could go out there if I'm on the HOA and be like, "You've got something going on there. Like you're fixing something. It's not complete. Here's a fucking $150 fine."
There's a really fine line too. So like here, I've heard of people, a few houses down, neighbors like, "Yeah, if your grass gets brown, they're gonna write you up for the appearance of the grass." I'm like, okay, so they don't want us to have brown grass, but what happens if we overwater? You know what I mean? If we is the county then going to sue us or get mad at us or fine us for using too much water?
And during the summer, it's kind of next to impossible to make it completely green.
So one of my neighbors was telling me, he's like, "Yeah, just take the fine because it's cheaper than paying for all that fucking water."
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, there's some balance.
The fine could be like $100, and then your water bill could be $300 a month. Fuck that. Yeah. I'll just take the fine.
Yeah. So when I ran after that vehicle, which by the way is you never should chase people down.
Oh no, not at all.
I just want to see who the fuck it was.
She could have had a pepper spray gun.
Yeah. But I just went up to the car and I was like, roll down. And she rolled down. She's like, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Who the fuck are you?" And she's like, "Who the fuck am I?" And like we got into this thing and I was like, "Yeah, who are you? Why are you taking pictures of people's houses?" I knew full well it was HOA member.
Yeah.
But I was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, you get to play dumb. Yeah.
I was like, "Do I need to call the cops? Like, why are you taking?" She's like, then she admits where she's from. And I was like, "Could you maybe stay the fuck away from my house?" She's like, "Well, you have that, just going at me." And I said, I think I said, like, "Stay the fuck away from my house," or something like that. Like, stop taking pictures of my house or something. I was like.
We fucked in my rooftop tent.
Yeah. In the future, I'm going to get a fucking rooftop tent and I'm going to put you in it and fuck you and then close it. Imagine if there was a serial killer that went around like Trent fucking people and closing them up in it and then ditching them off.
The Trent killer.
Yeah. So anyway, she got really pissed and tried to fucking run me over. She tried to back over her car over me. Yeah, she went after me. And like me not thinking because I was almost run over by a fucking a Honda Civic or something like that, I should have taken her license plate and go get her fired or whatever, you know. Which I don't know how that would play out. Like, would they fire
probably send another Karen after you.
Yeah. Stay away from his house. But oddly enough, I haven't been fined one time since I went to Arkansas, which is weird. And like the day I got back and I was like like trying to fix up my house and stuff like that. You know, I've been working on my house and fixing stuff, like cleaning up some of the branches and shit like that. The fence blew over that I didn't get fined for.
That's
whatever the
fucking
fuck it is.
amazing.
It's crazy. The day I get back, the HOA is walking around the neighborhood. I was like, is it because they know I'm fucking here? Like, what the fuck's happening? Fuck these people, man. Anyway, total offshoot, and then we're at about an hour. So the kitty killer we talked about a while ago.
Yeah.
There's another one of those events.
Don't fuck with cats. Right?
Well, it was in England or something like that, and they found out it was coyotes.
Oh, like a
Because
different
coyotes will actually wring the fucking neck
Yeah.
and rip it off and just discard the shit. So like that's what could be happening, and it might not be as cool as we thought.
one? Oh, damn it! It's
Yeah.
just. Are you talking in Lacey?
The kitty killer. Remember the Olympia cat killer that
Yes.
was like a serial killer?
Yeah.
It might just be coyotes because there's a fuck
That's
ton of
fucking
coyotes.
good. There's a
around
bunch
here.
up in DuPont too.
Yeah.
See them
There's-
like every day when I go to work.
Yeah, there was when we were camping in front of my house in the tent for my drive back just to test it out stuff like that. There's coyotes running around
Damn.
the fucking
There's
house
some
and stuff.
on Meridian out here.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
I'm not worried about them. They're scared of fucking people.
They're more prevalent than you think.
They're scared of fucking people until I put them in my fucking rooftop Trent, and then I close them.
How sweet would it be to have a pet coyote? Got a coyote and a possum just hanging out.
Yeah, like weird shit. Yeah, in Arkansas you can buy whatever. Like everything's legal.
You
just
have
can only
16
have
coyotes.
6. You can only have 6.
You can only have 6.
Yeah, 16 is too much, but 6 is not. Imagine
Guy down
having
the street has 6
Yeah.
chimpanzees. Just what?
a battalion of chimpanzees.
He's just doing kung fu with them in the front yard.
You
They're
can have
all-
6 of
they're all
each
wearing
animal. 6 of each animal. Imagine that. So raccoons, opossums, ferrets.
hippopotamus.
6 hippopotami. They have cheetahs there, dude. You can own
That's
cheetahs.
fucking
Like, why are
sweet.
you owning an Arkansas cheetah? Why are they even here? Like, there's an exotic. I can't remember what
It's
the place
warm
is.
like the savannah.
Well, it's like 80 degrees yesterday, dude. It's fucking crazy. My neighbor texted me and he's like, "How's it going, man?" And I was like, "Hey, let's send him the picture of me and my son camping in like the tent covered in snow and stuff like that." He's like,
It's
"Oh,
cold
that's
as fuck.
fucking rad." He's like, "It's 70 degrees here." I'm like, "Holy shit!" So it's like you get past Utah and it's like everything's warm down there, but then there's
Yeah.
like a line of fucking just a wall of snow, you know.
And 6 of each animal.
Yeah, 6 of each animal.